Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. I always forget what I do. Usually I've got a script in front of me, but I don't this week. I'm trying to remember what we did last week. I know we've stepped into our playthrough of This War of Mine, which actually did not go very well for us at all. We lost at least 3 characters there in the space of that session. We're headed to the hockey rink today for a game of Inside the Crease Hockey by Inside Sports Games. In case you're a bit confused by what you see on the scoreboard, I will explain that in a second once I make sure I've got my Excel content schedule set up. So what you're seeing here is we're actually going to be stepping into this third period. We've got a 1995-96 matchup between the Florida Panthers and the Colorado Avalanche. What we're doing here is we're stepping into the third period of this game with the Avalanche leading 3-2. Now, the reason I'm doing a third period test here and not a full game is because I'm evaluating this game for potential use in future season replay projects. I'm in the middle of my 1985 season ticket baseball replay, and that's been going very well. I'm starting to evaluate all of my sports games for potential of being able to use them in replays moving forward. Now, hockey is one of the toughest games out there because while I have a game like Stratomatic Hockey that actually works very well for, does work very well for the replay aspect, because it plays very quickly, hockey traditionally does not. And APA Hockey turned out to be a bit of a mess even when I did the Wednesday game that I did with that. So I'm actually going to be getting rid of my APA Hockey collection at some point sooner rather than later. And actually, looking at this layout, I don't think I want the clock front and center, actually. I'm just not sure of where else I can put it. Because I don't like how the team cards... Well, it's probably fine to not have the team cards and to not have the team cards fully in shot. Let me see if I can move them over just a little bit. I do want to make sure I've got space. I go to make line changes. Trying to bring everybody a little bit more in shot, so at least all the cards are visible, even if you guys aren't necessarily able to read who's who in here. See if I can bring Florida a little bit closer in. I think that'll work. Now, it has been a while since I've played Inside the Crease Hockey, so I do have the rule book close by in case I need that. You don't need to worry about this scoreboard down here. Pay attention to this one. So as I mentioned, the Avalanche are leading 3-2 coming into this game. And the reason I'm doing a third period test here is because I think the third period is probably where I'm going to play with this, using it as a replay moving forward. So that's where things stand there. Anyway, we are starting the third period with the Avalanche on the power play, as Ed Jovanovski in my game situation, took a slashing penalty toward the end of the second period. So Colorado will have full strength on the power play. And actually, that's where I probably need one of these pink cubes, because I can use the pink cube on here when I need to mark a penalty off. Again, it's going to be a little bit hard to see because I've got the camera so far back so I can get everybody in, but that's the way things are going to lay out here. Now, again, as it's been a while, I do welcome criticism. I do welcome the comments in the comments section down below. But as usual, or in chat, but as usual, keep it constructive, please. As I mentioned, I'm also evaluating this game in terms of A, do I enjoy it, and B, what I want to do like a 3-month replay project using this game. APA Hockey is the first game that I was evaluating that I flat out said, no, I don't want to do a 3-month replay project of this. Stratomatic Hockey, so far, I'm looking at that and I'm like, yes, I very easily could do a 3-month replay of that. I even did a ticker test with Strat Hockey. I don't know how exactly how long the ticker blocks are going to be, but that's definitely a game I can use. But I'm rambling way too much here, so let's say we get to an opening face-off. Once again, we've got the power play. We've got Colorado's line one out. We've got Valerie Kamensky on left wing, Joe Sakic at center, Claude Lemieux at right wing, paired up by Sandis Ozolinsh and Craig Wolanin as the defensive pairing. Patrick Waugh is the starting goaltender for the Avalanche. Line 1, we've got Gilbert Dione at left wing for Florida. Rob Niedermeyer would normally be the center for line 1, but as the defense took a penalty, they go without a center on the tabletop. Scott Mellenby at right wing. Robert Zvela at left defense. Gordon Murphy at right defense for Florida. And their starting goalie is John Van Beesbroek. And we look at the back portion under face-off. Okay. So we'll use the top card of the face-off deck, or the action deck. This will give me a way to kind of help me keep everything straight here. We'll walk through these first few plays nice and slow so I can refresh my rust on this game. And then hopefully, as long as I've got it straight and it starts flowing, I'll be able to pick up the pace on this a little bit. So the face-off section on the card, it would be, well, it doesn't really matter who takes the face-off for Florida because Sakic's got a face-off of a 6 on his card, and usually it's centers taking the face-off anyway. So we'll look on the back of the card. We'll go to the face-off section, left defense, home team, and presumably the number in parentheses is who'd get it if the face-off was tied. So that'll be over to Ozolinch with the puck, and then he will take it away for us. Now the way you're going to go through a play is you're going to take the top card, flip it over, and make a card that looks like this. So you'll start off with a pass to, and that'll be where I advance time, just because I will forget otherwise. Pass it to the left wing or the right defenseman if the left wing already has the puck. In this case, the left wing is Kamensky. He does not have the puck already, so it would theoretically get passed over to him. But this game is a series of case statements, actually. So next we go to the section down here. Interception if the right wing and right defenseman defense is greater than or equal to 8. 3 and 4 is 7, so no, it's not. Which means we go to the number 36 there under the situation that we're in. In this case, Colorado is on the power play. So we go to the power play, take a 36 there, and we'll see that's going to be an assist chance. Now, in the assist chance, we'll flip over another card using the back of this one. Then we'll go to the assist chance. That'll be the right wing. In this case, it'll be Lemieux in the assist column, getting it with a number 21. So Lemieux getting an assist chance with a 21. On the power play, that'll be a shot 3. So in this case, wait a minute. Yeah. So we'll flip that over, and then it'll be there's a shot column here. So shot number down here is going to be a 3. So he'll take a shot 3 with a 3. He'll take a shot 3 on a number 3 over to Van Beesbroek's card. And on a shot 3 with a 3, we'll see that is going to be in, and Van Beesbroek's going to go cold. So the Avalanche will actually score another goal in that first sequence, as Lemieux takes a quick pass and puts that one past Van Beesbroek to give the Avalanche a 4-2 lead. I'm not keeping all stats. I'm only going to keep goalies. I'm only going to keep goals and stuff like that. So that is Lemieux. And then normally we'd flip over a couple cards to get assists, but because I can trace the line of assists clearly, it's going to go from Ozolinch and Kamensky. At 20 seconds of the third period, and the Avalanche have a 4-2 lead here at home. And now the penalty is over to Jovanovski, as the Avalanche make the Panthers pay quickly for that one, and Van Beesbroek is cold, which will affect him on the goal column, which will affect him in the goals. So if he ends up getting a rebound because he's cold, that will be a goal. And I've got to remember when the cold result goes away. Let's see, what makes that go away? I'm not going to worry about playing with strategies. is it explained in here where the, not a goalie penalty, final 2 minutes in overtime, yada, 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 line changing. And if the goalie is currently cold, this becomes a goal. So it looks like it has to be an R plus H result. When a cold goalie gets, yep, okay. So it looks like it goes away at that point. So now we bring the puck back to center ice, and now Niedermayer is available to take the face-off. So that's going to be 6-6 on the face-offs. The highest rated player with equal but has a man or more advantage. The team controls the puck. Or after a number makes both face-off players, it's controlled by the team listed in parentheses. Okay. So the face-off now is going to be +1 to the center, but since they're equal, that'll be the visiting team with that one for the next play. Niedermayer has it now. So we'll flip over another card, passing it to the left defenseman. That'll be Zahala taking the pass. Penalty, if the center penalty is greater than or equal to 4. Sakic's is a 2, so nothing happening there, which means that Zahala will get that with a 36. And at even strength, that'll be an assist chance. So we'll flip over another card. Actually, we can just use the assist chance right here on the card. That'll be Murphy with an assist chance of a 2. We'll flip over a new card to get the number, though. Assist 2 is going to be a shot 5 against Wah. So now we'll go to the shot column. Now we'll go to the shot on 76 on a shot 5. 76 on a shot 5. Wah's going to eat that one for a face-off, and I did forget to tick off the 20 seconds. We'll bring that block out of the way until I need that to tick off face-offs. What I can do, actually, is I can use... let me grab a different color. Let me grab something different here. Because I do want to use something so I can mark off what teams got the advantage. And I don't think I want to do... You know what? Here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to use the pink blocks instead to mark off my time sequences. That way I can use this yellow peg so I know which zone, so I know whose offensive zone, so I can mark off whose offensive zone we're in. I don't think it's a thing in Inside the Crease to know which team's offensive zone you're in, but I know in APA it is a thing to know. So I'll use that here to mark it off. That way I've got my 2 pink blocks that I can use for time sequences. I think we're all set there, so let's get our next face-off here. And actually we've used that card, so we'll flip a new one over. That'll be +9 to the left defenseman, but again, they're both the same. So the visiting teams, that'll be Zahala with the puck. We'll tick off another time sequence, and we'll take it away. So we'll flip over a new card, passing it over to the left wing in this case, since the left defenseman already has the puck. That's Dione. Takeaway, if the right defenseman's takeaway is greater than or equal to 5, it is not. It's a 3. So Dione will get that with a 19. That'll be a shot 2 on Wah. Probably not a good chance to go in. The shot here is going to be a 90 on a breakaway. I think there was a special rule for a breakaway. Probably, something referenced on the card. Right. Let's see, checking the breakaway. Used one makes a giveaway. Okay, so that's not used here. The 90 on a shot 2. 90 is going to get a drop. Drop result from that. That's a goalie result. Presumably that's going to get... where is that explained in here? Probably on the goalie card in the back. Puck's been stopped to the goalie, diverted by a defenseman. If the shot number was odd, okay, then it goes to the left defenseman, even goes to the right D. So the number was a 90, which means even it'll go to the right defenseman. So that'll go over to Wolonin. We'll tick off another time sequence, and we'll play on. Passing it up to the left wing, Kamensky. Loose puck of the right wing's hit is greater than or equal to 5. It is 6. So we'll have a hit. We'll flip over another card for that. And the hit, actually it's a loose puck situation. That'll go to the home left defenseman. So Ozolinsh will have the puck. Take off another time sequence. Then we'll pass that back over to Wolanin. Interception of the center and left wing defense. Oop. Oh, I'm using the blue thing. I should be using the black peg. All right, interception of center and left wing defense is greater than or equal to 8. It's 3. So that won't happen there, which means Wolanin will get it with a 17. At even strength, that'll be a pass. And the pass. Is there another situation here for the card, or we just flip the... Do we just flip another card on the pass to? Doesn't do anything with the puck except to attempt to pass it. So flip another fast action card and refer to the pass to section. That's the pass to with a position. Okay. So we'll flip that over and it'll go to the right wing. That'll go up to Lemieux. So Lemieux is going to have it, but we're going to get line changes here. So we'll change out our lines. Last time I played Inside the Crease, I did have a layout where I was able to get every line in shot for both teams. And I was using the pink blocks to advance down the lines to say, okay, this line's active. So it'd be, okay, this line's active, and this line's active, and the same thing with the defensive pairings. Unfortunately, the new layout that I've got here doesn't allow for that. So we're doing line change. Actually, Lemieux's going to have the puck. He'll have to make a pass before he can get off the ice, which will flip this over. We'll tick off another. Actually, we ticked off the time sequence already, so that'll go over to Simon, and now Lemieux will get off the ice. Force dump in if the right wing defense is greater than or equal to 3. It is equal to 3. So we'll flip a card, refer to the dump in section. That's going to be a puck battle, offensive right wing 2 versus defensive left D. Which rating are we checking on a puck battle? Force dump in if dump in the puck battle. Use the LP. Use the loose puck ratings. Okay, so loose puck is going to be offensive right wing 5 plus the defensive lefty of a 4. Even without the +2, that would go over to Young. We'll take off another time sequence. That'll go over to Forsberg. Interception if the left D and if both defensemen's defense rating is greater than or equal to 12. That is 7. So Forsberg will get that with a number 23 at even strength. That'll be a pass. So he'll pass that right back over to Young. Ticking off another 20 seconds. Passing it over to Young will pass that over to Simon. Takeaway if the left wing takeaway is greater than or equal to 2. His takeaway is equal to 2, so that's going to be... There's no separate section for takeaway, is there? Nope. So Harkins will just make the interception, and he will have it for Florida. So we'll tick off another time sequence here. He'll pass that over to the right defenseman, over to Woolley. I don't need that that pawn anymore. So we're over to Woolley. Force dump in if lefty defenseman is greater than or equal to 1. It is 5, so that's going to get dumped in. Puck battle, offensive right wing, which right now is Hull with a loose puck of a 5 versus the defensive left defenseman. Lefebvre is also a 5. Ties get resolved how? If ties might go straight to the home team just to make it. Yep, okay. Ties go to the home team, so that will go over to Lefebvre. So he will have it for the Avalanche. That'll get passed up to Simon. Loose puck of the right wing hit is greater than or equal to 3. It is 1. So he gets it with a 4. That'll be a shot 4 on Van Beesbroek. So we'll flip over and get a shot card. That'll be 17 on a shot 4. And that'll be in. Oh, and Van Beesbroek is still cold. So that'll be another goal, as the Avalanche will now open up a 5-2 lead. Arena cheers. Yay! So that'll be Simon coming from Lefebvre. And we'll flip over a card. Left defenseman was already Lefebvre, so it's only going to be the 1 assist. But the Avs now have a 5-2 lead here at the 3:20 mark of the third period. Avalanche fans, very happy with what they see here. Then we'll go to the face-off card. Then we'll go to the face-off section on the back of this card. Yeah, we'll use the face-off here. So face-offs are 6 to Forsberg, 5 to Barnes. So +1 right wing will be added to Barnes, but that'll be a tie, so that'll go to the home team and over to Young. We'll take off another 20 seconds. That'll get passed over to Simon. Loose puck of the left wing hit is greater than or equal to 2. It is 2. So that'll be a loose puck. And offensive right wing, which is Young versus defensive left defenseman Smith with a +3. That'll be a 7. That'll be controlled by Smith. We'll tick off another time since we're getting ready to make another play, but we've got line changes first. Smith, of course, still on the ice with the puck. He will be making a pass here very shortly. And he'll get off the ice at this point. That'll go over to Jovanovski. Smith will then get off the ice. Loose puck of the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 4. It is a 3, so there's no hit there. Jovanovski will get that with a 36 at even strength. He will make a pass, and that'll go back to Karkner. Karkner with the puck. We'll tick off another 20 seconds. Then we'll pass that over to the left wing up to Garpenlov. Forced dump in if the right wing defense is greater than or equal to 1. Guserov's is a 4. Actually, Deadmarsh, who we're looking at, is a 3. Still a dump in, though. So checking the dump in, puck battle, offensive left wing, which is Garpenlov with a 5, versus defensive right defenseman Guserov with a +6. That'll be an 11, even without the +6, because Guserov's on the home team. Guserov will take the puck. Another 20 seconds, passing it up to Ricci. Penalty, if the left wing penalty is greater than or equal to 4, it is 3. So nothing happening there on the penalty, which means Ricci will get that with a 23 at even strength. He'll make a pass. He'll be passing that over to the right wing, over to Deadmarsh. Deadmarsh with it now for the Avalanche, passing it right back to Ricci. Forced dump in if center defense is greater than or equal to 7. Strudlin's defense is a 3, so there was no dump in there. Ricci will get that with a 9 at even strength. He'll give that away. And then there should be a section for giveaway. There's not, of course, because that would make my life too easy. It's probably going to end up being... it might go to the past 2 section. It might go to the past 2 section just to figure out who gets the puck. Should be one more result. That's not a result from the goalie card. Okay, takeaway goes to the past 2 section. Giveaway by the offensive player possibly causing a breakaway. Okay, so we flip over and refer to the breakaway section. Right wing, if the breakaway is greater than or equal to 5, it is not. Fitzgerald will take that. We'll have a new flip of the card, though. So we'll tick over on time there. He will pass that over to Karkner. Forced dump in if the center's defense is greater than or equal to 3. Ricci's is a 3, so we'll have a forced dump in. Puck battle, offensive center +2 is Skrudland versus defensive center. Because even without the +2, Skrudland will take that one. We'll tick off more time. Pass it over to the left wing. That'll be Garpenlov with that. Interception if the left defenseman and if both defensemen's defense is greater than or equal to 6. It is 8, so we've got an interception, which interception I believe comes off the past 2. Yep. So that'll be right defenseman. That'll be Guserov with the puck. But we'll make another round of line changes as we'll get our 4th lines out. Panthers need to get something going badly here. They're down by 3 goals, and time is quickly running out on them. So now we'll go to our next play. That'll get passed up to the left wing. That'll be Reichel. Penalty if the right wing penalty is greater than or equal to 5. Dvorak's penalty is a 2, so no penalty, which means Rochelle will get that with a 14. He will give that away. We'll check the breakaway. No breakaway for the right wing, so Dvorak will get that one back. Ticking off time. Passing that over to the center. That's Belanger with it. Takeaway if the center's takeaway is greater than or equal to 7. It is not. So he'll get that with a 37 at even strength. And that'll be an assist chance. That'll go over to third highest. Third highest on an assist chance is, use the 1 to 40 number. So the third highest assist chance, actually, wait, not the third highest assist chance, I don't think. Made a great pass to a teammate to set up, so probably based on the it's not explaining that completely. Probably third highest goal count. Let's see, that'll be 12, 20, 13, 8, and 8. So that'll be Lindsay getting that shot. Then we'll flip over another card. It'll be a 40, which will be a shot 1 against Wah. And a shot 1 with a 97. That'll get dropped off. And since that was odd, this one will go over to Ozelinch. Ozelinch with the puck. That'll get passed up to Reichel. Penalty if the right wing's penalty is greater than or equal to 2. It is greater than or equal to 2. So he's going to, let's see, flip over and refer to the penalty section. So penalty number is a 2. I think this is the one thing I don't like about Inside the Crease, is how it does penalties. Numbers used to check against the player's range in his minor and major. So a 2 is definitely, let's see, if the number falls within the range of either type of penalty, then that's what's assessed on the player. Okay, so, yep, a minor penalty will be assessed on Dvorak, and that'll be for interference. So I will track penalties as well. 3, that'll be Dvorak. Time is at, what is that, 6:40 of the third period. So now we'll bring power play units out, which I just use line 1s to make my life easier on who the power play units are. We'll cover up the right wing, since the right wing is who got penalized on the play. I know technically you're supposed to cover up the centers, but if one of the forwards gets penalized and we know exactly who it is, I'm going to cover that one up. And now it might be a little bit hard to see from this distance, but I do have 2 pink blocks on the board, or on the clock. One is for the current, actually, I should probably use a different colored block. Let me see what I've got over here. And actually, I've got my whole library of blocks over here. A while back, I bought a whole bunch of these little blocks like you might see in kids' classes. There were several different colors of it. I got them for Space Empires 4X, admittedly, because I found it a lot easier to have these cubes out, so you could draw from, and then I found it easier to have the cubes out on the board, so you knew where your territory was, and then draw what actually is in there from a chit pull cup, than to have the actual chits on the board. So we're kind of using the same idea here. And again, I do apologize that it's a little bit hard to read, but there really isn't much I can do about that. So now that we've had the stoppage in play, Now we're all set for the face-off, so we'll flip over a new card here. So it'll be Niedermayer and Sakic. That'll go to the left defense. That'll go to Avalanche, and we'll tick off a time sequence. That'll get passed out to Sakic. Forced dump in if the right D defense is greater than or equal to 2. It's a 4, so we have a dump in. Van Beesbroek will recover that. He'll leave that for Zvahela. We'll tick off another time sequence, and that'll get passed up to Dion. Dion with it. Takeaway if the right wing's takeaway is greater than or equal to 1. Lemieux's is a 4, so he's going to take that one away. Then we'll tick off another time sequence with Lemieux with the puck. That'll get passed over to Kamensky. Force dump in if the right D's defense is greater than or equal to 4. It is a 4, so we're going to have a dump in. Puck battle between the offensive left wing and the defensive right defenseman +5. 6 for Kamensky. That'll be 11 for Murphy. He will take the puck away. And then we're not going to do another line change until we get down to 10 minutes left in the period because we've got power play units out. That'll get passed up to Dion. Penalty if the right defenseman's penalty is greater than or equal to 4. It is not. So shorthanded, he's getting that with a 22. And that's going to get iced all the way. That's going to get sent all the way down the ice. And I believe we flip over on the on the pass to section to see who goes and runs it down. Let me just double check that. Power play penalty killing defense. Nope, that's not what I want. If the shorthanded team has the puck and if dump in is forced by the power play team, just disregarded. Okay. And I'm still trying to find the ice section. The offensive. Oh, here we go. So players ice the puck in an attempt to kill the time remaining. Begin play with the other team on the puck. Okay, so we'll flip another card for the pass to, and that's who's going to run it down. So that'll be right wing Lemieux. We'll run that one down for the Avalanche because we need somebody to have the puck to start this next sequence. Then we'll go down to 11:40 left to play. That'll get passed over to Ozelinch. Interception if the center and right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 7. Only Niedermayer's out. He's only got a 2, so nothing doing there. 20 on the power play. That's going to be a possible giveaway. And where was the... So we checked the breakaway, I think, is what it was. Center if the breakaway is greater than or equal to 2. It's a 5, so Niedermayer's rushing in on a shorthanded breakaway. I believe breakaway is a shot 5. Resolve a breakaway. I'll tell you that no break is possible or give you a qualifying position. Okay, so we've got that. So he successfully has broken away with a shot 5. Okay, so Niedermayer gets a shot 5 on Wah. This will be a 34 on a shot 5. That'll be a rebound chance. Let's see what happens here. Rebound is going to be the defensive right wing. So that'll be over to Wolanin with the puck. Actually, defensive right wing. No, that's Lemieux with the puck. Then we tick over a new time sequence, and the penalty is over. And now we'll play on. Passing that over to Wolanin. Interception of the center and left wing defense is greater than or equal to 7. It is not. So a 36 at even strength is going to be a pass. He'll pass that back to Lemieux. Ticking off another time sequence. That'll go back to Wolanin. Loose puck if lefty's hit is greater than or equal to 1. It's 3, so that puck is going to come loose on a huge hit by Zvahela. And that'll go to loose puck is where we need to go offensive right defenseman versus defensive left defenseman. So that'll be Zvahela, who will take the puck himself after the huge hit. 10:40 left to play in the game. Passing that over to the left wing. So that'll go up to Dion. Loose puck of the center's hit is greater than or equal to 3. Sakic's hit is a 2. So he's getting that with a 1. That'll be a shot 5 on Wah. That'll be a 1 on a shot 5. And that'll go in as Dion will put one on the board for the Panthers. And Wow will go cold. And we'll flip over some cards to get assists. As the Avalanche now, as the Panthers cut into the lead, it's now 5-3 Colorado. We'll flip over cards for assists. Left wing already scored, and right wing, so that'll be from Mellenby. I don't remember when that time was, so we'll say 4 minutes. This one is 9:20 of the third period. As the Avalanche now hold a 5-3 lead. Okay, we've got 2 more time sequences before we get a line change in, so we'll flip over a new card for a face-off. We've got a 6 for Niedermeyer to 6 for Sakic. That'll go to the home right defenseman. That'll be Wolanin with the puck, as suddenly both goalies are now cold. 10:20 to go in the period. Passing that up to Sakic. Interception if the defense is greater than or equal to 9. It is greater than a 9, so who's going to intercept that one? That'll be Murphy making the interception. We'll tick over, and we've got our line change coming up. Murphy, of course, is going to be the last one on the ice as he's got the puck, so he's going to make a pass first before he gets off the ice. All right, so he will make his pass up to the right wing. That's over to Hull. Murphy now getting off the ice. Interception if the left wing and lefty defense is greater than or equal to 9. It is not, so Hull's getting that with a 31. He's going to make a pass with it. And that'll go over to Smith. Smith now with the puck as we tick off another time sequence. That'll go over to the left wing. That'll go up to Harkins. Loose puck if right D's hit is greater than or equal to 4. Krups is a 1. So Harkins is going to get that at even strength with an 18. He will make a pass. He'll pass that over to the right wing, so that'll go back over to Hull. We'll tick off another time sequence. That'll get passed over to Barnes. Force dump in if right D's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Krups is a 3, so he's getting that with a 38. 38 is going to be an assist chance. Who's he setting up on that? He's setting up the right wing, so it looks like I should be going to the pass to section on that with a 34. That's going to be a shot 3 on Wah. Wah's cold, so the shot's going to be a 66 on a shot 3. Wah's going to smother that one for a face-off. So the Panthers trailing 5-3. They've managed to make Wah go cold, but the problem is so is Van Beesbrook. Just needed a drink for my Crystal Light. All right, we'll flip over a card, get our face-off. That'll go to the center on the home team if they're tied, which they are not. Forsberg will have control of the puck off the face-off. That was a defensive zone draw, so that pawn would have gone there. Now I don't need it anymore. Forsberg with the puck for the Avalanche. He will pass that over to Young. Force dump in if the right D's defense is greater than or equal to 6. Woolies is a 3, so no. That'll be a 34, which at even strength is going to be an assist chance. He's setting up Simon with a great play, and a 20 on an assist chance is going to be a shot 4 on Van Beesbrook, and a 99 on a shot 4. That's going to get dropped off for the left defenseman. That'll be Smith with it. 8:40 to play in the game. Passing it up to Hull. Loose puck of the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 1. Simon is a hard hitter. That's a 7, so that's going to be a loose puck. And on a loose puck, right down here, offensive center versus the defensive right defenseman +2. They're tied, so Forsberg will end up with the puck. 8:20 to play. Passing that over to Young. Takeaway if the left defenseman's take is greater than or equal to 7. It is not. So Young's getting that with a 4. That'll be a shot 4 on Van Beesbrook. 16 on a shot 4. That's going to be in. and the Avalanche will restore their 3-goal lead. Let's see, that will come from Forsberg at least. And we'll flip over a card, and that'll be just Forsberg. Arena cheers. Yay! 11:40 of the third period. Avalanche now have a 6-3 lead. I'm actually kind of remembering how much I like Inside the Crease Hockey. It's got a flow here that I really like. I think Inside the Crease and Strat are probably my two favorite hockey games that I've played so far. I'm also looking into Hockey Bones as another game I might pick up, especially now that I've moved to a third period structure with Inside the Crease. So let's see what we get out of this next face-off. As we got Forsberg with a 6, Barnes with a 5. That'll go to the left wing, Simon with it, but we'll have a line change coming up here. Line changes, though, are the one thing I really don't like about this game, because the cards are too big here to fit in the cards here are too big to fit in normal binder pages like I was able to cut up for Appa Hockey. So that's not an option for line changes. I'm probably going to end up sleeving the action cards, mostly so I know which one is the back more clearly. It's a little bit weird. It is also a little bit weird flipping cards over to the left to make the proper card, but it kind of works. It works once you get used to it anyway. That's going to get passed over to Leschyshyn, and now Simon will get off the ice. Force dump in if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 8. Fitzgerald's is a 3, so nothing happening there. A 13 for Leschyshyn on even strength. That's going to be a pass. He will pass that up to Ricci. 7:40 to play. That'll go over to Deadmarsh. Penalty if the left wing's penalty is greater than or equal to 6. It's a 2. So Deadmarsh will get that with a 21. He will make a pass. And that'll be over to Leschyshyn. Tick off another time sequence. 7:20 left to play. Passing that up to Corbet. Penalty if the right wing penalty is greater than or equal to a 6. It is not. So an 8 on even strength. That's going to be a shot 1 against Van Beesbroek. Shot 1 is going to be a 37. And a 37 is going to be a rebound. And on the rebound, rebound is a number 17, I believe. Which rebound comes from where? Flip another fact and refer to the rebound section. We need to see rebounds. Where are rebounds? Here we go. There's two parts. The front refers to a specific position that gets the rebound or a battle. All right. Oh, I see it here. So there's a rebound section here. Offensive left wing +3, Corbet with a 7 versus defensive right D, and that's based on loose puck. Triggered by shots that fall within the rebound range of their cards. It's only used when an offensive player gets the rebound. It's been stopped. It was loose in front of the net, so loose puck situation. Okay. So presumably we would use loose puck, which means Corbet will get his own rebound with a 17, and he'll potentially give that away. Right wing breakaway greater than or equal to 7. It is a 3, so Fitzgerald will just have the puck. 7 minutes to play. Passing that over to Skrudland. Force dump in if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 2. Leschyshyn's is a 4, so that'll get dumped in. And then on the dump in puck battle, offensive right wing +1. Fitzgerald is a 5 versus the defensive left D. Leschyshyn is a 5, but the +1 for Fitzgerald gives him the puck. Taking off another time sequence. Passing that over to the... I just did it again. So Fitzgerald has the puck. He's passing that over to Karkner. Penalty if any defender's penalty is greater than or equal to 25. Wait. That's a little... That might be based on the That may be based on the type of penalty. But I am not... Let's see, penalty. Okay, that's... Oh, wait. Pass to penalty. So if any defender's penalty... Okay, that one is a little bit confusing. Let's see, penalty here. Okay. 23 is the new fight rate. So I believe it's based on the, if any defender penalty. The way I'm understanding this is I'm going to go with no, because I'm basing that on the, I'm going to base that on the main penalty rating to see if there is a penalty. So a 12 for Karkner to even strength is going to be a pass. He will pass that over to the right wing. That's over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with it, 6:20 left to play in the game. He'll pass that back over to Garpenlov. Takeaway if the right wing's takeaway is greater than or equal to 2. Deadmarsh's is a 4, so he will take that away. And then we will have a new round of line changes. And of course, Deadmarsh with the puck, so he was going to have to make a pass before he gets off the ice. Deadmarsh will make his pass. He'll pass that over to Wolanin, and then he'll get off the ice to complete his line change. Force dump in if the left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 4. Lindsay's is a 3, so Wolanin will get that with a 35. He will make a pass on that. He'll pass that back up to Keene. 5:40 to play in the game. Keene will make a pass over to Rischel. Takeaway if the right defenseman's takeaway is greater than or equal to 8. It is not. So a 27 at even strength. Rischel will make a pass with that. He'll move that back over to Keene, and we'll tick off another time sequence. Keene will pass that over to Stefan Yell. Interception if the defense is greater than or equal to 7. So that will be an interception. We just need to figure out who makes the interception. That'll be Zvahala making the interception for the Panthers. 5 minutes to play. Passing that up to Lindsay. Loose puck of the right D's hit is greater than or equal to 8. Wolanin's is a 2. So he's getting that with a 27. He will make a pass. And that'll go over to Bellinger. 4:40 to play. Passing that over to Murphy. Loose puck of the left defenseman's hit is greater than or equal to 2. Ozolinsh is a 2. So we have a loose puck battle. Offensive left wing, which right now is Lindsay, versus defensive right defenseman Wolanin, +7. Even without the +7, because of the home team tiebreaker, Wolanin will end up with the puck. 4:20 left to play. Passing that up to Yell. Force dump in if center's defense is greater than or equal to 5. It's a 2. Yell will get that with a 38 with an assist chance. He'll pass that over to Wolanin with an assist chance on a 14. That'll be a shot 2 against Van Beesbroek. And a shot 2 is going to be a 66. And Van Beesbroek's going to smother that one for a face-off. Fans here are very much enjoying what they see here. 4:20 left to play in the game. Avalanche hold a 6-3 lead. Then we'll flip another card to get the face-off. Let's see, 5-5, so that'll go to the home right defenseman. That'll go over to Wolanin. We'll tick off a new time sequence, and we'll change lines. And of course, Wollinen's still on the ice, so he's got to make his pass before he can get off the ice. He will pass that over to Lefebvre, and then he will get off the ice. Interception if the center plus left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 9. It is 3, so nothing doing there. So Lefebvre will get that with a 23. He will make a pass. That'll go up to Kamensky. 3:40 to play in the game. That'll get passed back to Krupp. Forced dump in if left wing's defense is greater than or equal to 7. It is a 1. So Krupp will get that with a 26. He will make a pass. And that'll be back up to Kamensky. Taking off another time sequence. Passing that back to Krupp. Takeaway if the right wing's take is greater than or equal to 7. Mellenby's is a 4, so nothing doing there. Krupp will get that with a 12. He will give that away. Left wing if the breakaway is greater than or equal to 6. That's over to Dion, but the breakaway is not high enough. That'll be another time sequence. 3 minutes left to play. Passing that over to Mellenby. Penalty if the left defenseman's penalty is greater than or equal to 4. It is 2. So a 32 is going to be a pass by Mellenby. He will move that over to Niedermeyer. 2:40 left to play in the game. Passing that back to Mellenby. Loose puck of the left wing's hit is greater than or equal to 5. Kamensky's is 2. So a 35 will be an assist chance. He'll set up Woolley with a 13. That'll be a shot 3 on Wah. And a 65 on a shot 3. Wah's going to smother that one for a face-off. Panthers are quickly running out of time here in this one. We'll flip over a new card to get a face-off. +7 to the center. Let's see, 6-6. So that'll go over to the visiting center, actually. That'll go over to Niedermeyer. Because the tiebreaker is a V on the face-off card. Taking off another time sequence. That'll get passed over to Smith. Forced dump in if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 5. It is a 5, so that's going to get dumped in. Puck battle, offensive right wing +3. Mellenby becomes a 9 versus the defensive left defenseman. Mellenby will pick up that puck. We'll tick off another time sequence, make line changes. And this should be the last line change of the game. Panthers are going to need to put something together here pretty quick, but I think they're just going to run out of time. Flip over a new card. That'll get passed over to the right defenseman. So that'll be down to Jovanovski with it. Forced dump in if the lefty's defense is greater than or equal to 4. It is a 4. So we'll have a dump in. Puck battle, offensive right wing +2. Mellenby's an 8 versus defensive lefty. That'll be back over to Mellenby with it. Taking off time. Passing over to Barnes. Interception if both defensemen's defense is greater than or equal to 8. It is. So we'll have an interception. That'll go over to Gusarov. 1:20 left to play. Passing it up to Forsberg. But takeaway if the center's take is greater than or equal to 1. It is a 1. Or it's a 2, so Barnes will take that one away. PA blasts 1 minute left to play in the third period. 1 minute. Passing it over to Karkner. Penalty if the right wing's penalty is greater than or equal to 7. It's a 2. So a 24 at even strength. Karkner will make a pass. That'll go over to Jovanovski. 40 seconds to play. Passing that right back to Karkner. Forced dump in if the right wing's defense is greater than or equal to 7. It's a 2. He gets that with a 14. Karkner will make a pass over to Harkins. 20 seconds left to play. Last play of the game. Passing it over to Jovanovski. Loose puck of the left defenseman's hit is greater than or equal to 6. It's a 3. 35 is going to be a pass. That'll go back to Karkner, but time will advance. And that's the end of the game and my horrible goal horn. And the Colorado Avalanche win this one by a final score of 6-3. So, coming off a third period test, what do I think of Inside the Crease Hockey? I actually enjoyed this game. I was having a lot of fun with this one, surprisingly. And my relationship with tabletop hockey has been, shall we say, a little bit on the mixed side. As many of you know, I did not like APA hockey. Was kind of a confounded mess as far as I could tell. I tried several times, but I just couldn't make it work for me. Whereas this one I think worked a lot better. This one and Strat so far have worked a lot better for me, especially as play-by-play games. So I could probably, looking at the time here, that took me just a shade under an hour. So I could probably get inside the crease to a point where using third period tests, like using third period games like this, I could very easily see myself doing a full season replay of Inside the Crease Hockey. Now, I don't know if that would fly with the play. I'd have to do something different with the playoffs, because that would be a long playoff series if I play it as is. My thought with the hockey playoffs right now is I'd probably still take all 16 teams, but I think the way I would do that is the first round, the conference quarters would probably be 1 game elimination. Then the conference semis, best of 3. Then the conference finals, best of 5. Then the Stanley Cup finals would be the traditional best of 7. But I'll have to play around with that idea, and obviously hockey would have to come up as a season, whether it's through a selection show or if I make an executive pick with it, which the executive pick would be in the winter season. But I'm rambling on that, and I'll probably have more to say about that during Pino with Phoenix. But let's wrap this video up. So that, again, will do it for this playthrough of Inside the Crease Hockey. Later this afternoon, we are going to be back at the Astrodome for Game 2 of the National League Championship Series in my 1985 season replay in Season Ticket Baseball, as the Montreal Expos will be trying to tie their series with the Houston Astros up at a game apiece after the Astros escaped Game 1 with a win. It will be Mike Scott going for the Astros and Bill Gullickson going for the Expos. Wednesday, we're going to be playing Scythe Expeditions by Stonemeyer Games. Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Dungeons and Dragons Flavors of the Multiverse cookbook as we make the dessert Fig Balls. Next week, we're going to be in my War Room 10-game challenge list, starting for a couple of weeks, as well as a brand new debut on the channel, playing Undaunted 2200 Callisto. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone.